Hello, everyone. Welcome to our weekly training that we are starting to do. Super excited to be here with you tonight. Kaylee and I have been chatting a fair amount this week. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys know Kaylee, but she's a freaking bad ass. I'm gonna say it. She's a freaking badass. She's amazing. She is so like smart and funny and talented and just so fantastic in network marketing in this business. And like I've seen such amazing growth from her. So I thought I would get her on tonight. Um, just to talk about things that she freaking slays at. So, Kaylee, I'm going to let you take it from here and
Hi.
let's go.
All right. Well, quick intro on me. I worked with Kat and Karina in It Works. And I honestly fizzled out because that that's how certain businesses can go when they're already built, right? We all know that. We've seen it, and that's why we're here, because we're making $1 billion business. We're not joining a $1 billion business, which is fabulous and phenomenal, and I love it. All right. So yeah, that's my quick story. Fix that hair. So what I worked on for this, you guys, was a like a weekly interaction schedule, just kind of loosely based off of how Kristen does it. And she has that 1 week time span. So I've made about 1 to 4 points. I'll cover the first 2 in some little bits, and then Kat's gonna take it away for the last ones. So I touch on 4 points of interaction with this. So the first one, so you do your ad. Now quickly for adding, we've done a lot of interaction Zooms. We've done a lot of this stuff and networking Zooms and how to add. But this is a key point, you guys. Do not interact with somebody that you have no actual interests in. So that goes for adding as well. So if you don't like makeup and you're adding all the people that you can find on makeup, that's not going to fly because you guys aren't going to have anything to really connect on. So for me, I'm a cat person. I'm going to find people who like cats like I do, right? Don't get me wrong. I love all animals and really I'm just an animal guru. That's how I like to think of it anyways. So you really want to be specific with what you're looking at. And I didn't know this till Karina's networking Zoom, but you can actually look up those hashtags on Instagram. So if you really do like makeup, hashtag makeup, search it like that. So what I mean by that is you go into Instagram and you search the tag. Then from there, I'm just going to walk through it because I have like a muscle memory on this now. So say we search the hashtag, which like I said, Karina's already talked on. So what's one I have in here quick? So you search the hashtag, one of these in here is stepdaughter. I do have a stepdaughter. Then you go to recent and you scroll down a little bit. So you get top recent reels. Scroll down a little bit. There you're going to find other people with stepdaughters or who are using that hashtag. And from there you add, but like within reason, if it's just I'm throwing hashtag stepdaughter in there and I don't actually have a stepdaughter, you're not going to have that person, for instance, right? So that's what I wanted to touch on there. And then also for interacting, you need to be genuine. You need to actually care about the stuff or else they're going to know you're fake. You can't be genuine and interact with somebody and then have them join your team and you have no interests. And then where are you going to go from there, right? Like we add out of genuinity and knowing who we're talking to. So my first from there, so we add them and we do a bunch of interacting right before we add them for Instagram specifically. And so you add them and then you would go and comment on a post. Don't just like it. So you do a bunch of likes as you're doing the adding. Oh, my thing's shaking because I've got it in a little box. Sorry, guys. So you could go and comment on a post. So whatever it is, this is your time to kind of be you, right? Interact, commenting and stuff like that. This is your time to get genuine, get to know the person before we go into any other like break off from that, right? So it can be, girl, you're freaking gorgeous. How do you do this? Or Kat, I'm loving that eyeshadow. What are you doing there? Stuff like that. And you get to be real. So that's kind of your first go-to. And so what I've done is I've built this off a 7-day time span. So you have, the way I'm trying to think of it is you have 7 days to go for the ask. This is your first point of contact. I have a cat. She is yelling. 1 second. Sorry. And then so for our second point of contact, now you can decide, sorry, I got to move a monitor for a computer to close that door. So you can decide what days you're doing this, as long as it's done within that 7-day time span, because you want to be quick with it. Because as Kristen will tell you, it's 2 strikes, you're out. Let's go. Keep it going, right? While we still want to be genuine and build a relationship, we want to do it quickly because it's a numbers game, right? So you're going to go for your second point of interaction. You're going to comment on a story, and this is where you get really specific with your questions. So once again, you can be, okay, I am loving this. I really need this for my dog. Okay. I love that little sweater you've got on your dog there. Where are you getting it? How do you get your dog to sit for these great poses or something like that? This is where you get super into it, right? And you can make that your own. I'm really big on being who you are in this and not what everybody wants us to be. I was following the social media marketing queen, and what did she say? It just went away. So when I remember, I will add it at the end because my brain just went. But yeah, no, it's still gone. It will come back though. So that's really what I wanted to touch on. I know it's quick. It's kind of pretty simple. There's 2 other points there, but I'm gonna leave those to Katrina because those are her jam. And then the ask is my girl's thing.
Thank you, Kaylee. Awesome. Okay, so what I love what Kaylee said. So like just, finding people that you have things in common with, finding people that are your jam, people that you can connect with, that you know you'll be able to connect with. That is so freaking important in this business, because if you, like Kaylee said, if you're adding people that you have nothing in common with, what the heck are you going to talk about? It's going to be weird. It's going to be awkward, and you're going to feel weird and awkward, and it's not going to go well, right? And so, connecting with them, getting in their inbox or liking and commenting on their stuff is so important. So the big thing that I want to touch on is being you. Okay. So like I can send you 1.5 million messages that I've written that I'm like, oh girl, this message is going to work. Okay. When I first started with Q, Karina sent me a few of those messages and I was like, cool, these are great. But I changed them to suit who I am. Okay. So like there are people out there that say, oh, hey chica, hey girly, blah, blah, blah. I don't say that stuff. I say, dude, what's up? How's it going? Like that's how I talk. So use your language that you use in your posts, that you use in your stories, that you use in your live videos, whatever, so that you sound like you. Because if you're not sounding like you, then it's gonna come off as like ingenuine, right? And our whole thing here, I know, yes, we're here to make money. Of course, we want to make the dollar bills, but my thing is, big thing, I'm a big yellow and I love helping people. We're here to help people. We're here to expose people. We're here to show them that there is a different way to live. There is a different, sorry, I'm getting really distracted. There we go. Okay, I had to make myself smaller because I was distracting myself with my insane hand gestures. So allowing yourself to connect with people and like be who you are, be real. So if somebody, I was talking with a girl today and she's like, she's talking about being a new mom and stuff. And she's like, oh my God, like when do you not feel tired anymore? And I was like, oh girl, oh. And I sent her a voice message and I was like, I would love to tell you that that happens at some point. And maybe it does for some moms, but I was dumb and I had 2 kids 18 months apart. So I'm still not sleeping and it's been over 4 years. Like I was just real with her and she messaged me back and she's like, oh God, well, thanks for giving me the heads up, blah, blah, blah. Right? Be real, connect on that real plane. We are real people. And so if you feel awkward talking to people, and this sounds so silly, but like when I went to school to be a counselor and a social worker, we did trial runs with people. Okay, now hear me out. I know it sounds so dumb and I hated doing it in school, but we did trial runs for counseling people, for helping people, how to use different tactics in order to help them steer them in the right direction. Well, if you feel weird about sending messages or sending voice messages, send them to yourself, send them to a friend. If you send yourself a voice message and like it goes straight to you. You can send yourself a voice message, and if you forward that voice message, guess what? It doesn't say forwarded. So if you send it to yourself, you record a voice message to yourself and you send it to somebody else, forward it. It does not say forwarded. So for me, when I first started doing voice messaging, it terrified me. Terrified me. I was petrified. I hated it because I talk a lot and like I stutter and I say 5 million times. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do what I did in university. I'm going to do that trial run. And it was so helpful, even messaging people on my team. And so I'll send a voice note to myself and then I'll forward it to Kaylee and be like, does this sound weird? Do I sound like me? Right? And it just gives you that little reinforcement that you're like, okay, good, I got this. I got this. This is awesome, right? Or if you screw up on the voice note, now, like 3 years ago, we did not have the delete option, but like we do now, which is amazing. And so it's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect first run, like of perfection. It does not. Allow yourself some compassion with this stuff. It takes time. Okay. You're not going to be the queen of voice notes right away. Lord knows I was not. I like to think that I'm good at them now, but I still get really weird. Like I get anxiety and I feel weird. Um, and so going for the ask is the next part. So being real, chatting with people, allowing yourself to connect on that normal plane of just like woman to woman or cat mom to cat mom or whatever, stepmom to stepmom, friend to friend, derby player to derby player, I don't care. Find your way to connect on that level, and then you're going to go for the ask, and it's not going to be weird. Okay, you might feel weird, but it's not going to be weird. So my favorite ways, and this is with the guidance of Kristen and Karina, who are goddesses in this business. They are amazing. Um, you know, being real and genuine. And so I asked a girl. Okay, it's always weird with when it's people I know. First off, so I asked a girl who's dating my boyfriend's brother. Okay, and so I sent her a voice note, and I had invited her to an event. She couldn't make the event, and I sent her the voice note, and I was like, look, I'm like, D girl, this is 100% up to you. And I'm never going to pressure and I'm never going to be like, you need to do this, blah, blah, blah. But what I am going to say is that I have my eyes on something amazing here. And I would be doing you a disservice if I did not expose you to it, because I know that you're a mom of 3 kids. I know that you are in university. I know that you're working full time, and that sucks and that's super hard. And so if I am here and I'm making this extra income that you could be making, why would I not show you that? So would you be open to watching a video? Okay. Sent that voice message, almost died. I was like, oh my God. What is she going to say? Is she going to talk to me again? Because I miss anxiety. Is she going to talk to me again? She's probably going to think that I'm just like a network spamming person. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. Well, she freaking messaged you back. She's like, girl, send me the video. Okay. So allow yourself to go for that ask, even when it scares you. If it's brand new, somebody that you're new in their network, there are girls that I'm freaking like commenting on all their stuff, loving on all their stuff, hearting all their stuff. They're joking around back and forth with me. They're stealing my memes. And then I comment on the memes that they stole, and I'm like, this is hilarious. And they're like, I totally stole that from you. And I'm like, girl, steal whatever you want. It's good. Like, we're becoming like little like internet friends. Okay. And I love it because I love friends. I love people. I love connecting with people. Again, my yellow in me. That's how it is. And the bonus is my red because I really like money too. And so when I go for the ask, I think about how is it going to best serve them? Okay. So, like, there's one girl who scares the living bejesus out of me. She is from Ireland. She is stunning. Her social media presence is on point. Her stories are funny, heartbreaking, and like beautiful all at the same time. And like, I followed her for 3 years. 3 years on Instagram. And I finally added her to Facebook. And we're friends on Facebook now and we comment on each other's stuff. Okay. But like when you go for that ask, being very straightforward and just being like, look, dude, I have something here that I honestly just want to get your opinion on. Okay. Our job is to expose. So I have something here that I just honestly want to get your opinion on. It's something that I just started a little while ago. I'm freaking out because it's so amazing. And to be honest, like I think you would be great at it too, but that's not what I'm here asking. What I'm here asking is if you would be open to attending an event with me tonight, because my girlfriend Kristen is doing, you know, she's doing a quick little Zoom to kind of talk about the company and the products and everything that we do. And I would just love for you to attend with me and give me some feedback on it. That's it. Super easy. Okay? It isn't like I want you on my team. How do I make it happen? Blah blah blah. No, we're just inviting people to an event. So remember, When we attach an outcome to an action, we get disappointed. It's just part of life, okay? This is a numbers game. It's par for the course. Okay, some people are going to say no, some people are going to say not right now, some people are going to say maybe, some people are not even going to answer you, and that's okay. Usually it's when somebody's like kid steals their phone and they don't see it for 3 hours and then they forget about you, and it's okay to still message them again. It's okay to ask, right? And so for me is I take my misconception of what people think about me out of the equation. Okay? Because if I really look at it, this company is becoming a $1 billion company. This company is exploding. Like, I have been in network marketing for almost 4 years. I've never seen anything even close to this come to the market. Nothing. Okay. So when we look at the facts, that we've grown 1,200% in the last few months, that we have an 87% customer retention rate, which nobody else does, and we don't even have an auto ship. We have an auto ship option, but they don't have to. What? That's amazing. That we have a less than 1% return rate, and we have a 30-day freaking warranty for our stuff, and less than 1% return rate. Like, really. So I look at the logistics of this company, and I take myself out of the equation. If I do not ask somebody, they do not know. And if they do not know, then they don't have the opportunity to join us. They don't have the opportunity to see what this is all about. And so, why would I be so selfish as to do them a disservice of not offering this? And that's my mindset shift that I had to do. So, when I'm interacting with people that are brand new friends on Facebook, I love on them. I love on their kids, their fur babies, their jobs, their clothes, their whatever. Like, okay, I'm not a big clothes person, so I'm not like, unless it's like a freaking death metal T-shirt that's like super vintage and crazy, I'm not gonna ask them about their clothes. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we connect, and so allowing yourself to run into it. If you're having a conversation with somebody, so like there's a girl, she's super amazing and I really, really like her a lot. And she's only been my friend for 4 days. Okay. So I've done the interacting, the adding, the interacting, and then I've messaged her through her stories a couple times. And I've given her like compliments on her stuff, which are genuine compliments. And so, it's been 4 days. So I'm gonna go for the ask probably tomorrow, and I'm going to get in her inbox again. I love stories, guys. Stories are amazing because you can really get in somebody's inbox so easily. Okay? You look at their story and then you type a message with it. Ask a question at the end. Like, "Oh my gosh, that is the cutest thing ever." This one girl, she had her daughter wanted her 4 or 5-year-old daughter wanted to have a bubble bath like mommy the other night. And she like lit candles for her and had rose petals, and it was like the sweetest thing in the world. And so I messaged her and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is the cutest thing of life. I'm like, my girls would kill for this. How did it go?" Right? Because, kids and candles and fire, and, it might have been interesting. But she said it went so well. She was so safe, blah, 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 whatever. And so then continuing on that conversation, like, "Oh my gosh, like I noticed that, you are somebody who's just like so uplifting and so into your daughter, and I just love it. Like, you know, what do you do for work?" That's a big opener for me. "What do you do for work?" And they tell me, and I'm like, "That's super cool." They ask me what I do. Then I tell them, right? Like, cool, like I'm a social worker, addictions counselor, and then I also, I'm working with a company right now that's just coming to Canada, and it's like freaking amazing. It's the coolest thing in the world. I don't need to give them all the information because they always ask, "Well, tell me more." Or they don't. And later on, I'm like, "Hey, you know that thing that I mentioned?" And I'll send a voice note like this. Like, "You know that thing that I mentioned that I'm doing on the side? I legit think you'd be great." Hey, 100%. I'm looking for people in Canada that are going to help me shape the culture of this company in Canada. Okay? We are the pioneers for this company. And so for me right now, looking at your profile, seeing how amazing you are, how smart you are, how funny you are, how beautiful you are, I think that you would be great at this. So I'm just wondering if you're keeping your career options open, if you might be into like attending a 15-minute Zoom meeting. Okay? You don't have to do weird scripted. "I was just wondering if you might have a chance to attend da da da." No, just be you. Okay? Like, use the terminology that you use, be genuine, be honest, be real. And if you have somebody on your Facebook and you're like, I don't know what to compliment them on, or I don't know what to ask them or what to say, then if you don't connect with them, then they're not your market. And that's okay. I've had to do that with some people. Then I'm like, I added them through a group and really we had nothing in common. And I was like, okay, you know, good game, deuces. Like, right? Like, I just, it's not like I'm genuine and I want to connect with people, right? But if it's stressful and like I feel like I'm like, hey, how are you? And they just give me one word answers with a period, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, that's fine, whatever. And sometimes they're like, there are eggs that are hard to crack. Some people are like, "Ugh, why are you adding me? This is hilarious." But then once you get in with them, like you're in. So there's one girl right now that like I've done the ask with her already, and she ignored me for 3 weeks. And I sent her like a few messages and like commented on her story, ignored the heck out of me. And then I saw one post about her and her girlfriend, and they were doing this and doing that and blah, blah, blah. And I sent her a voicemail and I was like, oh my gosh, that is the coolest thing of life. Like, they were getting stuff ready in their new house that they just bought. And I was like, that is the coolest thing of life. Like, I absolutely love your freaking bedroom. Like, where did you get those pillow covers? Because they were skulls, they were bedazzled skulls, and I loved them. And so it was real, it was genuine. And then she's like, oh my God, I got them here, like, at Halloween 2 years ago. And I was like, well, for 5 cents, how am I ever going to find those? Like, thanks anyways, but then we kept talking, right? So allow yourself the grace to do the ask, to connect with people. You know what? There's some people that I've held on, like I said, for 3 years that I've been scared to talk to. Okay. I've talked to her now and she told me to send the video. What? What? Somebody 3 years I've been following her on social media, thinking that she's bomb and amazing because she is. And she said yes to me sending her a video, but I took the time to build a relationship. It's not going to happen overnight. Okay. It is not, you can't add people right away. And this drives me absolutely bonkers. And I'm not even going to lie. I cringe at the messages that I get from people that add me from companies. And they're like, hello, Katrina. Super nice to meet you. I want to introduce myself. I'm Jessica, and I work for a network marketing company named blah, blah, blah. And we have these products. Would you like to hear more? No, I would not. No, hard pass. I would not. Because the only thing that you did was copied and pasted a message with my name in it. That's the only thing that you changed on it. I want people that are real, that are genuine, that are raw to be a part of this organization, because that's what we are, is we are real people that are building a freaking billion-dollar company. That's what we are doing. So, remind yourself of that all the time. It is not the outcome that we're attached to. It's the actions. It's the doing them even if you're scared, doing them even if you're overwhelmed. If you have questions for somebody, like somebody messages you back and you're like, oh God, I don't know what to say. Take a screenshot and put it in your mentorship chat or your group chat, or send it to Kaylee, send it to me, send it to Karina, send it to Jamie, send it to Kels, like send it to the other leaders on your team, right? I'm sure that even, in our, I think it's goal getters chat. Why does my brain not work sometimes? Goal crushers chat. Send it to somebody in there and be like, yo, what do you think? Okay, we are all working here together to create something wonderful and beautiful. And so allow yourself that opportunity to do that. Okay, because just like we don't want to deny other people this opportunity, you don't want to deny it for yourself either, just because you're scared or anxious. Okay, because I know for me, all like so many times I'm like, I just can't look at my phone. I just can't do it. Right. The one last thing, I'm sorry, I like ramble, but the one last thing I wanted to touch on is, if you are asking someone that is with another company. Okay. And so I always take a different spin with this. And Kaylee, if you want to hop in and like talk about what you do with this, but like my spin that I take with this is that if somebody's with a company and say they're selling makeup or whatever, I'm like, you know what, girl, I cannot help but notice how you freaking slay. You slay at network marketing. I think that you're amazing and I think that you're awesome. Okay. I'm going to say that first and foremost. I'm not trying to jack you from another team. I'm not trying to, and this is how I talk. Okay. I'm not trying to jack you from another team. I'm not trying to, like whatever. Like I literally want to get your input on this because this is a brand new company to Canada. This is a company that has grown 1,200% in the last couple of years or a couple months, right? And I want to get your feedback on it because when I saw it, my jaw dropped and I could not believe that this opportunity was here for us in Canada right now. I want to know what you think. That's the way I go with it. Is like, you're a professional, you get this. I want to get your feedback. I want to see what you think. Kaylee, go ahead.
I was just going to say, with the ask there, this has been pointed out in like the last week or so, and it's something that Kristen does. And I was talking to Karina about this, but it's very simply what company you're with. I don't care if you already know what company they're with, right? What company are you with? Because I think you'd be so great at this. And this is just another way of going about it versus doing how Kat does it. You can do it both ways too. Find out which one works for you, right? But girl, you're so great. You're business minded. And I can just tell, what freaking company are you with? Because you're assuming they must already be doing something like this. And you know what? Probably, I don't have the actual stat on this, but I'm going to go with like 80% of those people don't have a freaking company. But they are going to be flattered and honored that you've even asked. And even if you get the response of, no, I'm happy with where I'm at, the kicker on this is they might not be at some point in time. And they are likely going to go to the person who had the balls, pardon my French, to ask them. Sorry, I got no filter. But they're going to be like, oh, what was that girl's name that she actually had the culprit to go for it. And she asked me. I need to remember her because that was actually a really good idea. Right? So just another way of looking at it, right? So it's about changing that mindset. And this is really huge. It's that mindset, what is it? Microwave mindset. Oh no, I can't do that. Right. And I did remember when you were talking about stories, that thing I wanted to touch on. So perfect. The social marketing queen, she is on Instagram and she builds your social media. But you got to post what people want to see of your story in your life, not what you want. This is huge. Don't post if you're not posting for you. You are posting for other people, right? Not for you. So that was just my last little tidbit to put in there. But that's a different way of doing like what other companies and how to deal with that and the way to see it. Because like I said, if they're not happy now, they might not always be. Prime examples.
Well, exactly. That's exactly it. And so, like Kaylee said, like with even people that aren't with a company or anything like that, I've used that one too. Like, dude, I love your social media. Like, what company are you with? A lot of people are like, what are you talking about? No, I'm not with anyone. I'm like, oh my God, you should be. You're freaking great at this, right? And see, I'm so like candid when I talk to people. I literally send voice messages like that. Because I'm not prim and proper. I'm just not. Like, I mean, we're lucky that I'm not swearing every 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, really. So that's the only thing that I kind of change is because I don't want to be rude and offensive and abrasive. Um, and so, yeah, when you have people that are with other company, blah, 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 with other companies, if you have people that maybe they have like a business on their own, right? And like telling them, like, dude, like, what are you doing now? I love it. Like your social media presence is bomb. You are freaking inspiring. You are gorgeous, of course. Like you're amazing. Like, tell me what you do. And so they'll tell you about what they do, and it's like, "Oh my gosh, dude, like, I need to tell you, I need to get your eyes on this, okay? Like, I just wanna know, do you have 15 minutes tonight at 7:30? Well, for what? Okay, so my girl Kristen, da 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 da, right? And allow yourself to hear, "Oh, maybe not tonight, blah, blah, blah." That's cool. That's good. That's fine. You've made the ask, you've started the relationship, you've connected with somebody, and you will talk to them again. Okay? There are hundreds of people. Like, it's actually weird, like, how many internet friends I have from doing network marketing that have never bought a product from me, that have never joined up or been with my team, but support and love everything that I do. That every live I go on, they're on. Every picture I post, they comment and boost it and like it. Okay. So you're creating an entire network that is rallying and support behind you. So remember that. Sometimes people say no, and that's okay. Sometimes they say not right now, and that means not right now. Actually, mostly no means not right now too, because if you don't ask, you don't know. And so if they say no, they're too busy. It's before it was Christmas, holidays are coming up. I don't have the money for a startup. I don't have time to do this. I have 685 kids. I have this, I have that. It's like, cool, that's fine. That's fine. Cool, man. Like, would you be open to watching a video at your convenience? Are you cool with that? If they say no to the event? Well, yeah, I could do that. Totally. Cool. When do you think that you could watch it? Well, maybe tonight after the kids go to bed. Deadly. Cool. I'll send it in here and I'll check in with you later tonight. Cool. Cool. Awesome. Right? Don't put so much pressure on being perfect and saying the right thing. You saying anything is the right thing. Connecting with people is the right thing. Okay? And if you feel weird about it or awkward, then reach out to somebody. Because we are always here to help you and support you with this stuff. And that's why we do what we do, right? That's why coming into a brand new company, we take on leadership tasks, right? Like doing Zooms, training, talking to people, because even though I'm not like gold or platinum or any of those things yet, because it's gonna happen, y'all are gonna see it. But acting, this is one thing I learned in my last company, is acting as if you are makes you. Okay? Acting as if you are makes you. So if I am acting, believing that I'm a leader within this company, darn rights I am. Darn rights I am. We are pioneering Canada here, guys. Even in the States, it's still pioneering. Anybody who joins with the States, it's what, 4 years been in the States? Still brand new company. We have so much growth. We have the entire world at our fingertips. And so act as if you are. Okay? If you don't have an answer to a question, be like, dude, that's a really awesome question. Give me a second here. I'm going to ask my girlfriend, Kristen, who's been doing this for way longer than me, so I can get you an appropriate answer. People respect that because you're real. Okay? So, I really hope that this training was helpful for you guys. Like we want to be doing this more and more. And I love how we're doing this on Wednesdays because yes, there is the event that you have your potentials on or whatever, but like taking half an hour, 40 minutes for yourself to grow in your business and learn something new is so important as well. And so we're going to keep doing this every Wednesday. Next week, I have another girl from our team that is going to be on here. I'm so excited. She's going to be talking about posts and stories. I have seen such growth within this woman, and you'll hear it next week, but like the difference and change that it makes when you believe in yourself and when you're ready to go is huge. So I'm excited to do that next week. Thank you everyone for coming on tonight. Kaylee, did you have anything you wanted to say to wrap up?
Who needs to smile for a screenshot?
Oh yeah, right.
Sorry.
We're the only people on here.
Are we?
Well,
No, we
no, we're not the only people. We're only faces. There's
Come on, faces. Where's the faces? Y'all need to put this on your stories. This is about being real and being trained by Canada's best. Oh, that was a little cocky of me, but okay. Well, for those who are, and I'm going to screenshot.
Love it.
Oh, no, we're going to do this battle because it's Drake's phone. Oh, I locked my phone. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'll send you the picture.
I love you.
All right. Awesome, guys. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Soon. Bye. Thank you.